Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So today I am going to do this makeup look for you, and this is my version of a makeup no makeup look, and it's featuring this foundation, which is the Advanced Mineral Makeup, and this was designed by the famous and skilled TV and makeup artist Annie Mayo, and she came up with a line which is 100% vegan, and it's almost like a treatment as well as a foundation, because it rejuvenates your skin, kind of stimulates the cell growth. It has antioxidants in here, sunscreen, it's paraben free, it has vitamins A and E in there, and I think it even has rosemary in there as well, I think, and just basically all the good ingredients that you would want in a foundation to kind of help your skin too. It even has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory ingredients in here. So again, that just helps with keeping your skin fresh, healing, and healthy. And it's perfect for those of you who, like me, suffer from hyperpigmentation. If you suffer from broken capillaries, rosacea, it's fantastic. And the makeup artist for Grey's Anatomy and the makeup artist for NCIS also use this makeup line for their actresses, and they love it. They say it's like perfectly flawless, and I've noticed how lightweight it is and how buildable this is, and I would say this is pretty much a full coverage foundation, but no way does it feel like that at all, and I love that. It just looks so flawless. It covers me perfectly. I haven't put any concealer on. I could definitely put concealer on to kind of give me a really full coverage or extra coverage foundation look, but because I'm doing such a very simple tutorial today, a very minimal sort of no makeup look, this for me, I'm completely confident to wear and go outside looking like this. And yeah, I just wanted to like briefly introduce you to this. I will leave all the links down below and info about this product line, because I just have been really impressed with it. Normally when I think of mineral makeup, I just think of bare minerals and just like the powders, and those have not worked for me at all. So the fact that this was a liquid one, which I work better with, and the fact that this is mineral makeup too and is really great for my skin, I was just really excited to try, and really excited that it worked for me. So I was very happy with this. And it comes in really nice shades too, and ones that will match you. I'm in the shade Caramel, so if you are around a MAC NC37 or a little bit lighter, because I think I've changed, you will find this really to work great with your skin, because it has the right undertone colors to it, and it looks a little bit darker online when you see it, but this is the shade it is, and it's perfect. It's really perfect. And I think that's all I have to say about it, really. As I said, I'll leave the info down below, and I hope you enjoyed this look. I really think that a no makeup look is all about a flawless face and really great lashes and eyebrows. I think that's, if you've conquered those three little pieces on your face, or those features of your face, you're really set to go without anything else. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and let's get on with the tutorial. So here I am using the Advanced Mineral Makeup, and I have it already without the lid, and I'm in the shade Caramel. I think I mentioned that earlier. And I have the Real Techniques buffing brush, or the Expert Face brush actually, sorry. And I generally just squeeze like maybe 2 to 3 pumps, and I just kind of stipple it on, and as you can see where I need it, I kind of just place it. So I kind of like push it into my skin first, and then once I'm happy with where it's covered, I kind of just then start to circular motion blend into my skin, and you can see how flawless this product makes your skin look. And like, it's just liquidy, but it's so light, and I can't believe how much it covers. You know, it's really natural, and it's probably the lightest foundation that I've ever used, where it really feels like you have absolutely nothing on your skin, and so it's kind of unbelievable to see that it actually covers anything, in fact. And I love it, and the shade is perfect, like absolutely perfect for my skin. And that is something that I find very hard to find in foundations, because I'm generally one of the darkest shades, but when I do try and find it, like in drugstores and stuff, to see what their darkest shades are, the coloring or the base underneath is not exactly me. I look much darker than I am. It's very rare to find like a color that matches me perfectly, and it really covers my hyperpigmentation really well. I mean, you can still see it there, and so for extra coverage I could use a powder or place some concealer, but I'm pretty happy with every day just looking like this. I mean, this is a very natural look, and it gives me a very natural face. This is fantastic for those of you who want to wear foundation at school, but you really don't want to look like you've caked on your face, or even at work, wherever you are. This is just such a flawless foundation. My only downside to this foundation is that it smells very much like any sort of TV stage makeup, but so kind of like plasticky in a way, even though it doesn't have anything like that in there, but it just smells very stage-like. But as soon as you put it on your skin, you can't smell it anymore, and you just don't smell it anymore. It's just on the brush you can kind of smell it, and when you pump it out you can smell it, but when it's on your face and when you're stippling it on, you really can't smell a thing. So yeah, I don't know, like that might be the only concern for some people, is that the smell is quite like I don't know, stagey. That I let it set in a little bit. Now you could set it with a powder, but I don't normally. Then I use my Tan de Soleil, and look at all the 109 brush hairs in there, and I use my 109 by MAC. I kind of go swivel this round, pick up a general amount, and then I start contouring, because I really don't have defined cheekbones. Although I have a slender face, my cheekbones aren't prominent, so I just kind of place this right where I want to highlight cheekbones, and you can see already I kind of use this as like a contour in the winter months, so, and very lightly, so it doesn't look like it's a bronzer, it just kind of just gives you a little bit more depth. So that's all I do for that. And then I'm using this blush by Burberry, which is probably one of my favorites. Well, I only have this one. It's the Misty blush in number 8, and it's such a nice powdery pink color. And I use this with the Real Techniques stippling brush, because it's quite pigmented, and I kind of just like work it in there, tap off, and then I just place this on the highest points of my cheeks, and it gives me a perfect glow. So it is a pink blush, and it's very like cool toned, so it doesn't give you a white cast, but it just kind of like makes you glow, and it's definitely a perfect one for those of you who want to have a very natural finish. So again, I just kind of like place this on the highest points of my cheeks, pushing it up to my hairline, and this just gives me a really nice glow, and again a very natural finish, so it doesn't look too, kind of blushed on. And then I do my under eyes, and I use my Armani corrector, and this is in the shade number 2, and I just kind of place this in like a little triangle right there and right here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't go too far up towards my lashes. And then I use the Sigma Precision Flat P80. I love using this with this concealer, and I kind of just stipple it on and kind of move it with the brush upwards, and it just really corrects right underneath there. You can just see how perfectly that corrected underneath. It was magnificent. And then I use the Giorgio Armani Maestro eraser. This is a dark circle concealer, and it's also like a treatment, and I've got it in the shade number 5. And this is very liquidy. That's my only concern with this. I wish they did it in the same packaging as this. It would have been much easier to handle. So I just kind of squirt this on, and I put this on a Sephora brush. And I think they just designed it, but it's the Sephora Professional, and this is the Airbrush Concealer 57 brush. And I just kind of, again, place this right where my eye bone is, and then I drag it up. So you can see in combination with this foundation and these concealers, like just how, as much as I've put and how much I've been like talking and like, you know, spent time doing it, you can just see how kind of flawless and natural this whole look is. It's just, you know, it's almost like I've just woken up with the most beautiful skin, so that's awesome. And then I go through my brows with the Brow Wiz by Anastasia, or Anastasia. I keep forgetting. I want to say Anastasia, but it's actually pronounced Anastasia. And I have medium ash. And again, this is just helps define my eyebrows a little bit more. Kind of make them look polished, I think. So that is that, and then I use my Nars Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Just a little bit of that. And then just work that in. And then we have my Too Faced Naked Eye, and this is a soft and sexy eyeshadow collection, and I love these colors in here, and I never thought I would be so into Too Faced, but after my magic mushroom discovery, I've been like totally in love. And I mean, you've guessed it, it's supposed to be a no makeup look, so I'm going to use the In the Buff, and it's just like a matte cream, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lid and all the way up to my brow bone. And I'm using the MAC 217 brush because it's a little bit more fluffy, so it will disperse the color a little bit better and not make it so concentrated as, you know, compared to like if I was to use like an eyeshadow brush, which was like flat and dense, it would have picked up more color. So this is just to kind of, in a way, like just highlight your eyes a little bit more, make them look a little bit brighter. And then with that same brush, I'm going to go into Birthday Suit, which is kind of like a matte, well, it has like a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't really pick up, but it's a really nice light taupe color. And I just place this right above the crease, just to give me a little bit of definition. And I mean, it's really, really light. Because again, we're supposed to kind of look like we're not really wearing makeup. One thing that you could add is a kind of like a nudish concealer, eyeliner in your waterline, and this is the Larger Than Life one by Nars, and I don't know what color this is. Oh, I think that is the color, Larger Than Life, and it's the long wear eyeliner. I know a lot of people talk about this one. Because it is really, really good. It's just a really nice, soft, creamy eyeliner, and it just gives you a little bit of definition without like looking too much. And you could also, if you want, use like the shimmery shade or the matte shade of the Brow Duality by Anastasia, and that just gives you like a little bit more pop, kind of like raises up your eyes a little bit more and kind of like defines your eyes just a little bit more. And the main thing here really is your eyelashes. I think that when you have like, when you try to do like a, you know, like a perfect no makeup look, your eyelashes really have to be the va-va-voom of the entire face. And so I go with my Givenchy mascara first, and that kind of just like makes my eyelashes like really separated and spidery in a way. So before that is dried completely, I will go through with my CoverGirl, and this is the Clump Crusher, and I just think that it does clump a little bit, this mascara, and this also just helps kind of thicken my lashes a little bit more. So there you go. So you've got like really nice bold lashes, and I think that just kind of almost covers up your eye space, so it doesn't show that you haven't got eyeshadow on, or if you have, you've just got like a one monotonal color. And then to top it all off, and you know I love my lipsticks, and I have to add a little bit of color here, I'm just using a Chanel lip gloss, and this is the 106, and I love it because it has like all these different multicolored glitters in there, and it's quite sheer on its own. But it just gives you a little bit of pink, a little bit of dimension, and a little bit of gloss, which I love, and that is it. That is your no makeup look, and I hope you enjoyed it.